Hey everyone, it's Angela from Bake Angel and we are back with a new recipe for you that is right in time for summer, which is just around the corner here in Ontario. Now, I don't know about you, but we really love baking with freshly picked fruit throughout the summer, and this recipe is so easy. It is a family favorite and a true classic as well, and I'm going to talk you through how easy it is to make a peach crumble. Now you can see here that I've started with making the crumble topping first, and all we're using for that is some gluten-free flour, plant-based butter, brown sugar and salt, which we're then just going to rub together in a bowl until it forms nice crumbs for us. So you are going to get your hands dirty when you do this, but it is definitely the easiest way to make crumble. And if, like mine, your kids like to get involved in baking as well, this is a great thing to get them started with, because we all know how much kids like making a mess when they're in the kitchen. And there we go, that's our crumble made. Comes together so fast as well. I love that we're not going to use a whole ton of dishes to make this recipe either. So let's pop that to one side. Now we're going to look at the star of the show, which is our Ontario freshly picked peaches. Now for this recipe, we're using 4 large peaches. You want to make sure that they're ripe as well. And then it's as simple as cutting them in half, taking that center out and putting it aside because we don't need that, and then cutting them up into really nice slices. Now look how beautiful the color is of these. You really can't beat freshly grown peaches. Let me know in the comments below whether you've ever had a go at picking your own peaches. It's definitely something that our family had never done before until we went to the local peach orchard in Niagara Falls last summer. So yes, this is a recipe that I meant to share with you last year and completely forgot about it, but now that summer's almost here, it was the right time to share it with you. So I'm just going to carry on cutting all of these peaches up, and we're going to talk about a couple of other things about the recipe while I do that. Now you'll notice that I mentioned earlier I was using a gluten-free flour for the crumble because this recipe is gluten-free. It's also vegan as well. And as you know, I like to share allergy-friendly baking recipes on my channel and also on my blog as well. If you're interested in making this recipe, you can find the link to the full printable recipe on my blog in the description below this video as well. So make sure you go check that out and see what other fun classics and family favorites I have on there for you. Let's get that last one cut up then. And once that's done, we can now go ahead and actually put the filling together. Now you don't just want to put the peaches in the bottom of the crumble pie itself. We want to add some flavor to really help elevate it. Now I've just added some cornstarch, brown sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, which is really going to make a difference with the flavoring, some vanilla bean paste and a touch of salt as well. And then all you need to do is just take a wooden spoon and mix it all together to make sure that the peaches are fully coated. Now you could do different spices in that. If you didn't want to use cinnamon, you could leave it out entirely. But I really think it pairs so well with this pie, and I would love to hear what you think of that. So once everything is combined, then it's just a case of putting it all together so that we can bake it. Now you do want to make sure you preheat your oven when you start this recipe as well. I'm using 340 degrees Fahrenheit, but if you bake in Celsius, that's going to be around 170 degrees. Then you're just going to spread those peaches out into an 8-inch pie pan or dish, whatever you like to bake your pies in. And now we're going to add the crumble to it. And it's as simple as that. Like I said, we really didn't use many things from our kitchen here, so you're not going to have a ton of washing up, which is another great thing with this kind of pie. I don't like to have a ton of dishes when I'm doing my baking, and this really is very simple, doesn't use many ingredients or items from your kitchen either. Spread all of that crumble evenly on top, and then we're going to be ready to bake it. So this is going to go in the oven for about 45 minutes until it's all nice and bubbling and the top is lightly golden as well. So there you go, it's nicely firmed up. I'm going to leave that cool, and then the last thing we need to do, of course, is take a slice of it and see what it looks like inside. Once that pie has cooled, or of course you could serve it warm if you prefer, then you're just going to slice it with a nice long knife, and then scoop it out onto a plate or a bowl. And you could serve it with some vanilla ice cream, maybe a little bit of whipped cream or some custard as well, which would be my choice for a nice side with it, or just eat it as it is. Trust me, this is such an easy recipe. I know you're gonna love it. So make sure you check out that recipe link in the description below and check out the rest of my baking videos on the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.